What's up, guys? Leo the Video Game Guy here with a brand new Leo Rants video for you, and this is of course going to be a video game related rant. This is going to be about the obvious mantra that's kind of out there in the universe, that video game sellers shouldn't ever come close to even charging eBay or Amazon prices because they don't have to pay eBay or PayPal fees. Now look guys, I get the argument, I get it, and as a little disclaimer, again, I get the logic and argument just in case you guys want to tear down my doors with pitchforks and torches like in Beauty and the Beast. But guys, I understand the logic, but please understand that this logic is so overused, sometimes unfactually based. I just need you guys to understand what it's like being a video game seller and hearing this day after day. Oh, these are eBay prices. I could just sit at home and eat Hot Pockets and macaroni and cheese in my underwear while playing World of Warcraft and buy Super Nintendo games at full price. There, I come to the swap meet to find things cheap. I come to the swap meet to find things for $1 or less. And I get it. I mean, I want to go to the swap meet to buy, like, you know, coffee and popsicles for cheap too, but the reality, it's just getting harder to find games for cheap. I mean, there's more competition, a lot more competition actually, and people just aren't willing to give them away for cheap anymore because they know they're worth money. That's not to say that you can't find video games out there for cheap. There are great deals, but don't walk up to someone and say, well, hey, you found it for cheap, so I want the deal. I want the discount. I mean, it's like, come on, man. These people put in the work. These people wake up early. These people go to garage sales and yard sales, and these people go to swap meets to find their video game loot, and they put in the work. You know, obviously the main argument, and I hear it all the time, is you're collecting cash. You're down at the swap meet, you're collecting cash. You don't have to pay eBay fees. You don't have to pay PayPal fees. What do you think you are, man? What do you think you are? Some kind of evil businessman trying to charge eBay prices down there at the swap meet? You don't have to pay eBay and PayPal fees. Who do you think you are? And I think a lot of people just don't understand. As guys like me, guys who sell at the swap meet every single weekend, guys like me who spend $6,000 a year for 52 measly weekends of selling. That's right, guys, $6,000 a year. That's not to mention taxes. That's not to mention inventory costs. And that's also not to mention labor costs in case I need to hire people to help me out on certain days and busy times and peak times of the year. That's the difference, and that's the comparison, is eBay has their version of rent. eBay has their pay-as-you-go program, and that is basically what their PayPal and eBay fees are. I understand they have store subscriptions and stuff like that, but you have to understand is that is how they orchestrated their business model. And now, you're right, I don't have to pay eBay and PayPal fees down at the swap meet, but like I've just clarified, I pay a shit ton of money to just have the right to set up my stuff, my loot, my hard-earned video game loot or movies or rare items down there so I can sell them to people who I want to be grateful for the great video game related and pop culture related items I have. I pay a lot of money to do so. Do you feel me, guys? So before you walk up with this entitled attitude like, hey, this douchebag should sell me this game because I deserve it and I want it, understand that a lot of the times I don't get stuff for cheap. I know I show a lot of the things in my videos, the things I get for real good prices, but a lot of the inventory I have, I pay good money for. This is not something you can walk into a Target or a Walmart or a Kmart or a Toys R Us or in anywhere and buy. It is only a secondary market. Big corporations like GameStop have only recently started to capitalize, and there are obviously mom and pop shops all over the country, but very, very select few. For example, there's only about 4 or 5 notable San Diego video game stores. In San Diego, a population of almost 4 million. Okay, now of course you have the online markets like eBay and Amazon and things like that, which dictate prices. That's what bothers me, is why people kind of scoff at eBay and Amazon prices. It's like, look, this is an item that is only on the secondary market, so eBay is a great reference. And you know what? Again, like I've always said, if you're willing to pay $35 for something on eBay, oh, well, blah, 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 I had to pay shipping and I don't have to pay shipping with you. Well, you know what, man? It really doesn't make a difference. You still paid $35 hard-earned minimum wage dollars out of your pocket to pay for that $35 game. And something as rare and uncommon and should be appreciated as retro games, classic games. And with all due respect, I don't get there at 4:30 a.m. in the morning to set up, be in 105-degree heat during the summers, all just to give games away for $2. And it's like I said in my previous Confessions of a Video Game Seller video, it's kind of like it doesn't really make a difference because some people are so unappreciative of this real nice classic retro games that you're seeing. I've had people pass on 25% off, 50% off eBay price. I've had people pass on 75% off eBay price. And like I said, there's absolutely no motivation to give discounts when people react this way. I'd rather hold on to my rare video video games that are only going to increase in value inevitably and just sell them to people who appreciate them. And I do. And also, I'm sick and tired of the I can find it cheaper on eBay argument. It's like, you can find anything cheaper on eBay. You can find freaking spoons cheaper on eBay. You can find plant food cheaper on eBay. You can find deodorant and toothpaste cheaper on eBay. But you know what? I hold my deodorant and toothpaste to such a high regard that I'm not gonna go buy it on eBay. Like most normal freaking people, I'm going to buy my toothpaste and deodorant and pay a quote-unquote premium of 31 cents more at Vons or some place that carries, toothpaste and deodorant. We have these standards for things that we won't buy online, but when it comes to quality video games, it's funny that people are like, well, I come to swap meets to find stuff cheap, so I'm not gonna pay. I could just sit at home and buy stuff on eBay in my underwear while I'm eating my Hot Pockets. And you have to understand that even in the year 2016, there are millions upon millions of people that are unconnected to the internet and refuse to be because they simply just don't trust buying things online. In conclusion, I hope you guys learned something from this video because I hope you guys know that I probably understand and get every argument you can give to me. Anyone who brings up eBay and PayPal fees to me, sometimes I just want to laugh at them because they don't understand that I've done over $100,000 in video game sales on eBay. I'm a video game selling expert on eBay. I know what I'm doing. I've done it. And so when you bring up something so obvious as eBay and PayPal fees, I know this stuff. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. When you can see a game and have a game right in front of you, I just think you guys should be more appreciative when you guys see classic games out there and not assume that everyone is just some douche. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of them. And don't get me wrong, there's probably a lot of you that think I'm one of them. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. Don't treat the one person you see who has a big giant pile of clothes and some plants and some paper clips that they're selling and a copy of Scarface, and then they have a copy of Super Mario Brothers that they're trying to sell for $15. Please just treat those people, I guess if you want, in less regard than the people who do this for a living and are trying to put food on the table for their families and are trying to at least instill a little bit of positivity in the universe by making these video games available in the now, in the right now. And I just can't judge you guys for having an opinion, but I had to give you guys my opinion right back. Make sure to hit that like button because you guys know I love that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed for some crazy reason. And of course, comment in the comment section below because I know you guys are just aching to talk about everything I've been talking about. But hey, this was directed towards no one in particular. This is just kind of my thoughts. I am really, really happy to have you guys as my subscribers, my fans. I do appreciate it. This is all for you guys. Thank you guys once again, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace!
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.